What's up, everybody? Thought I'd do another video today. I'm trying to get everyone more used to me and me also more used to the computer and talking to nobody. Anyway, there's a couple of things that I just wanted to talk about today. I thought it might be important if no one has heard about what's going on yet. The Supreme Court has a whole bunch of things that are coming up here uh, that are affecting us as a nation. Two of the things, one of them I wanted to talk about real quick is let's see here. We've got a unanimous Supreme Court decision denying immigrants, uh, an immigrant couple, green cards. Uh, what they're saying is their pathway to citizenship. So basically, the story is, if you haven't heard of it, Sanchez and Mayorkas on Monday, this couple had, you know, entered the country illegally 20 years ago and received temporary protected status. So that means they're allowed to stay in the country because it's dangerous at home or whatever. They're not going to get deported basically, and they're allowed to stay and work and pay taxes. Um, so the problem with that is, whenever they came to the country, they entered the country illegally. And I'm just doing a quick rundown real quick. You can check this out on your own. But the reason for that is, and maybe we need to change the laws or adjust them, whatever. But the law is written right now to receive permanent residence. You have to have entered the country legally. Okay. Let's see here. Basically, this congressional law says that that you are not a label. You're not eligible for permanent resident status if you enter the country illegally. So therefore, like what Trump had been doing is he was having people seek asylum or file for asylum, and stay in the first country that they came to, or that was a lot of times Mexico from Guatemala. Um, the people would stay in that country while they're waiting for their hearing, because then sometimes it can take quite a while. But the point is they don't enter the country until they're granted asylum, or even the temporary protective status, and then at which point then they can enter the country legally and not illegally. So that's the thing. So it's great that the Supreme Court stood up to that. Instead of just trying to make crazy interpretations, they actually just read the law as written, and that's basically what they said. So that's great. I feel for people in that situation, but 20 years ago, 6 months ago, 5 years ago, whatever the case may be, if you enter the country illegally, then you're here illegally, and they're not getting deported. So the thing is to get that permanent resident status, you have to have it can't be on the heels of illegally entering the country is breaking the law. So anyway, the next thing I just wanted to bring up real quick before I go to work is Supreme Court decision not to hear a Texas case saying that Texas violated the Constitution guaranteeing equal rights by having only men applying for the selective service, for the draft. So the Supreme Court denied to hear this case totally, and I think that's I mean, I don't know how you guys feel about it, and I mean, equal rights. I'm 100% for equal rights, but we don't have to be naive and think that we should be sending tons of infantry that are just female, or like 50-50. All you have to do is listen. Let's remember that men are the stronger sex. I'm not saying every man is stronger than every woman. What I'm saying is, biologically, we have different muscle makeup. We have different purposes physiologically. So that's why you go to Connecticut. I'm sure you guys have heard the story. DeSantis actually had this female athlete at his his signing of the bill banning trans athletes from women's sports to level the playing field. She was saying that two men in their state dominated every track and field competition. They won first and second place basically in every competition, state title, um, throughout their career. Right. So it was making women compete for third place. So these women who are competing for third place are the top athletes in their state. So these two men, I would venture to say, they're probably not, the cream of the crop in terms of if they were competing against biological males. Um, I mean, that's just the way it is, and typically drafts are drafting people for infantry positions, like pretty much direct combat. There's some logistics, of course, and women play vital roles in every aspect of the military. I'm not saying that they can't do anything. I'm just saying that um, as far as a draft, um, it's not. I don't think that we should necessarily be just trying to include everyone. I don't think it necessarily needs to be an all-inclusive effort. It's an effort to defend the country. And, if you're stronger overall, in general, then I don't see why people would think that's discrimination. I don't know why you would necessarily want to be drafted if it came to a draft again, because that would be a really bad situation. So anyway, the Supreme Court also has a bunch of stuff coming up here soon. Um, and I don't know. I just thought it might be something interesting if you guys weren't familiar with what was going on. I think they have a situation or an abortion situation coming up soon. Um, so that should be pretty interesting. And whenever I get time, if you guys want me to keep making these little videos, I'm sure not a whole bunch of you guys know who I am, but my name's Matt Macrum, and I'm going to be running as a conservative, libertarianish Republican for Tennessee's first congressional district. Um, I guess I will be running against Diane Harshberger. She seems like a really nice lady, but I think we need to get a few things done or talk about a few things that I don't think are being addressed. So anyway, let me know what you guys think. I'm here for you. If you want to talk to me, hit me up on LinkedIn. Check out my website at mattforcongress.vote. And we're going to be doing the extended length podcast with Daniel and Shannon. We're trying to do that every week. Hopefully we have some cool conversation topics, and we've actually got our own studio down there. Daniel has built out. So anyway, yeah, shoot me a line. I'm be happy to talk to anyone about any issues, any concerns they have. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it.